Hello. I'm high, guys. I'm so sorry. I know I don't owe you guys an apology, but let me explain, please. Okay. I just want to say for the record, I don't see anything wrong is wrong with weed. I've said that many times. So here's the story. A year ago, I bought some weed from these guys that are kind of like down the street, and this was like the beginning of me kind of like being like overtly gang stalked, and they like sprinkled it with something. I don't know. They sprayed it with Roundup. I don't know if they sprinkled fucking angel dust, but something was in there. Like I was smoking, and the freaking smoke of the weed was blue, and like it was like making my legs feel all tingly. Like when your legs are sleeping, and then you try to stand up and your legs start vibrating. Like it felt like that while smoking the weed, and I knew it wasn't like me. So excuse me. After that day, I never like bought again because I'm like these bitches are always gonna be poisonous. It's my weird. Um, Today was very weird at work. Um, it was fun. It was fun in a way because me and the girl that sit in front of me, we're both Haitian and we always be talking. We be talking shit at work sometimes too. And like my boss has been getting on us about fucking speaking Creole. So we both Haitian, we both be speaking Creole, and I feel weird about talking about work because God forbid if my boss ever fucking see these videos. So here's what happened. Me and a girl be speaking Creole, and this is the thing. The boss and the other girl be speaking Spanish. The girl Sophie don't speak a lick of Spanish. Me, I speak a little bit of Spanish, so when they be speaking Spanish, I understand because my boss Paul don't really speak Spanish like that. He speaks Spanish, but his Spanish is like almost like on the same level as me, maybe just a little bit better, right? So him and the girl be speaking Spanish. I understand it, and Sophie don't understand it. So Sophie kind of said something to Paul one day, like Sophie said something to my boss one day, and it's me and her were talking Creole. That's the first time he said something. And he's like, "Oh, y'all can't be speaking no other language." And she's like, "Well, you and what's her name be speaking another language all the time. So what's that?" And then he's like, "Well, I'm the boss, so bitch, shut the fuck up." But he didn't say bitch, shut the fuck up. But he said, "I am the boss, so I don't need you to be telling me nothing." So that was the first time. Then like another couple days later, me and her were talking Creole again. And he's like, I told you guys to stop talking in another language in here. And the girl says, hold on, okay. I told you my memory is very bad when I spoke. He's like, I told you guys to not speak another language in here. And she's like, well, you and the other girl, do it all the time and we don't say anything. He's like, yeah, but the thing is, at least you could kind of figure out what I'm saying because I don't really speak that good Spanish. Like, y'all two, I don't know anything what y'all saying. And neither does Giselle. I keep name dropping. And he said, what if you guys are planning to kill me or stab me with a knife? Like, when he said that, it was like, whoa, like where the fuck did that come from? It's three girls in one office with a fucking guy, right? And me and the other two girls, we like kind of like the same music somewhat, and we talk about the same shit. We fucking 20s, 30s, and when he said that, the other girl is like a kind of like Hispanic girl. She looks like light skin, and me and the other girl, we're Haitian, we're black. And kind of like for him to say like, oh well, it's because I don't want y'all to speak Creole because y'all could be planning to kill me. It kind of made me feel like, why did you hire me? Like if you're so scared that I'm gonna be out here planning to kill you, and it wasn't like I'm planning to kill you. It was like y'all could be planning to stab me with a knife. Like it was just like, bro, how long have you been thinking of this? It was just it was just weird. It was so fucking weird. But, when he said that, me and the girl were in the bathroom. We're like, why the hell would he say something so crazy? You know? But it was like, okay, whatever. We let it go. And then today we're speaking Creole again. And the thing was like the girl had a really awesome day. Like her day was so really awesome, She did really, really good today. And like, we were just shooting the shit and we was not being loud because we sit right in front of each other. So because we sit right in front of each other, we was not talking loud like at all. It's almost like we were whispering, but everything we were saying was in Creole. And the thing that I know about call centers is that they have I don't know if this technology, but I know they have the ability to be listening on the mics at work, because I remember not being on mute at a job I worked at, and I was saying something and the boss answered me like he went inside of my earphone, and he was like, "Hey Cheryl, what did you say about that?" And I'm like, I never fucking called you, and I'm not on the phone with you, so how are you in my earphone? Camera goes too low. I'm like, how are you in the earphone? And he's like, oh yeah, we have this ability, but I don't listen to anything when you're on mute, which we don't know if that's the truth or not. And he could probably do that. We could be whispering about some shit, and he probably don't want to hear it. So the first time that he, was when he did that little thing the first time or the second time, he was like, y'all need to stop speaking in Creole. What was y'all saying? I said, we was talking about sugar daddies, which we was talking about sugar daddies. So he's like, I don't care if you're talking about sugar daddies. I don't care if you're talking about sex either, but you need to speak in Creole. So I'm like, okay, no problem. So me and the girl talking today, and he goes, didn't I tell y'all not to be speaking no Creole in here? I said, oh, sorry about that, Paul, because, I feel bad because, like, it seemed like very narcissistic to do. But the thing is, like, I feel kind of terrible to say this, but, like, the gang stalkers kind of rubbed off on me just a little bit. Like, they're so narcissistic. Oh, my God. When I say they're narcissistic, like, every little thing is so nice nasty. Like, and I've been practicing so fucking good with these people, Nice nasty at the market. Nice nasty at the park. Nice nasty to the church people. I'm like, hey, how are you doing? Yes, it's so good that you're such awesome Christ-loving people. Not like these pagans. These pagans are going to hell, but you're going to heaven because you're a fucking Christian. And, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm nice nasty in these bitches. So now that I speak fucking fluent nice nasty, that's how they speak in the workplace too. I tell you, this nigga, they speak like that in the workplace. So because I've been practicing so well out here in society for the gang stalkers, I'm here at work and this situation comes up. And I could just be like, you know what? I could just, I don't know, I could have said anything else. I could have been like, oh, because years ago I would always do that. My boss would say something and I don't know how to be nice nasty. I'm either nice or I'm nasty. But one thing that I've learned from being gang stalked is how to be nice nasty. They call it passive aggressive. But it's really nice nasty. That's what I call it. When you just, you're giving an insult with a smile. And my boss goes, so what did I tell you guys about talking in another language? And I said, oh my God, I'm so sorry, Paul. I said, so yeah, girl, when I finished sucking his dick, girl, his ass couldn't even come. And the girl's like, she said, don't say that, Cheryl. I said, yeah, girl. I said, girl, I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, dude, how dare you ask me to fucking suck your dick and you can't even fucking come? Like, bro. I said, and he's an old guy too. I'm like, he should have probably took a Viagra before he fucking tried to have me suck his fucking dick, girl. But anyways, you know how them old men always be needing Viagra. He could barely even keep it up. And she goes, girl, I know these old men need to definitely get some Viagra. So I'm like, anyways, bye, Paul. I'll see you later. And then he's like, he didn't say it back. He always, every time I say, and if he was on the phone, he would have been like, I'm on a call. But like, I was like, okay. And the weird fucking thing about it was this happened at fucking 5 o'clock on the dot. Like we're logging out. We're about to leave out the fucking door, and we were not even talking loud. We were talking so like whispering, cause we were like I said, we sit directly in front of each other. So because we're whispering, you can't really hear what we're saying. And he goes, "You guys need to stop speaking Creole or another language in here." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay, no problem." You want to hear what we were saying? We could have been talking about fucking sucking dick. I would have said any fucking thing. I would have said, "Oh yeah, girl. When I finished licking that nigga gooch, girl, that nigga fucking farted in my face." Like, I could have said any fucking thing, but I just wanted to be something outrageous because you want to hear everything we're saying. How do you know that's not what we were talking about? And then maybe it was, but you know what I mean. If I'm speaking in another language, I'm not speaking in another language because I'm talking shit about any person. It just, it could be a story like that. And it probably was. Shit. It's the same story I was telling you guys yesterday that happened to me. So I was telling the girl. And, he's like, you know, we were talking. We were in the middle of talking. He didn't say, you guys need to shut up because it's 5 o'clock and we're on the clock. We're on the clock. Excuse me. When I smoke, I'm like super gassy because I'm puffing all of that smoke in there. Gotta burp the air out. He's like, well, if you're gonna, the thing was, the way that he explained it was, as long as you don't speak no other language, you can talk about whatever you want, because that's exactly what I said. I said, but we were talking about sugar daddies and we wanted to kind of like not make you uncomfortable. And he's like, I don't care what you talk about. It was like, even sex? He was like, even sex. I don't care what you talk about as long as I can hear it in English. And we're like, okay. But the thing is, when we talk about motherfucking sucking dick and giving pussy and ass, you don't want your motherfucking boss to be all up in your business. Because the nigga might want some too, bitch. That's T. You talk to your motherfucking... Look at what happened with me and this fucking nigga. This nigga, I'm reading from him. I'm reading from this fucking guy. And, he casually brought up the fucking conversation of sex. That him and his wife was not having sex. So I'm like, okay. I start in kind of like entertaining the conversation. But one thing that I know about men is that anytime you kind of like talk to them about sex, it's a weird kind of vibe. Like, it's a weird vibe. You feel me? And like, that's why we kind of didn't want to kind of like give him that weird vibe. Because like I said, it's an office full of women. There's 3 motherfucking women and 1 fucking guy. So when we're talking, if there was other guys, you know what I mean, it probably wouldn't feel so weird. But he's the only guy. As women, we could talk about anything. But when the guy in there, the man might get, aroused. So it's like, you don't just be getting aroused and just be chilling. Like, you get aroused and we're there talking about sex, and maybe you might get an idea and say, well, since you like fucking sucking dick, why don't you give me a fucking try? So, for that reason, we said, you know what? Excuse me. For that reason, we said, when we're going to talk about shit like this, we're going to just speak in like private, because we don't want him to kind of like be uncomfortable. I mean, you could talk at work, because we're not just like, not doing anything. Like, we're always working on those calls as best as we could, but in between, like, we have to dial the people number. Each of us has to keep dialing it. So sometimes there'd be a lot of voicemails, 20 voicemails in a row, the phone number wrong, bitch is disconnected, it's busy. So if it's like that for 30 minutes straight, what do you think we're gonna be doing? Just hang up, wrong number, voicemail for 30 minutes straight, and you're not gonna talk? Hell nah. And it barely be music in there like that. So we talk during downtime. I'm like, so yeah, girl, I have the phone on mute, and I'm clicking. When somebody answers, I say, hold on, unmute. Yeah, hey, how you doing? Da 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 da. That's how I do it. So, oh god. So once we were talking, like, number one, we're talking. That's why we do the things that we do. That's why we speak together, because it's 30 minutes in between sometimes for us to get one call. Even if it's not 30 minutes, sometimes it's 10 minutes, sometimes it's 5 minutes. But during not even 5 minutes, sometimes it could be just 2 minutes or 1 minute, I would say. That's sometimes 2 minutes, sometimes 5 minutes, right? So we be, calling on the phone. When we finally get a call, if it's after 2 minutes, 5 minutes, I say, hold on, girl. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Da 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 da. So, like I said, that gives us that's the excuse to talk, because it's not like we just talking all day and on the clock. We be doing our job, and whenever it's kind of slow and ain't nothing to do, we just talk. Because like, what kind of person go to work and you just be quiet? Like, bro, just be at your fucking desk. Like, nobody does that. You know what I mean? So because of that reason, I felt like, why not? We're here. We're girls. We have things in common. Let's talk. And to be honest with you, sometimes I don't talk. But the girl, Sophie, she's always very talkative. And I kind of feel awkward to not talk. When you're in an office setting, even if whoever's a gang stalker, because there's one girl in there that's a gang stalker, and my boss probably a gang stalker. But I don't be like rude to them. I play the fucking game. I just, hey, how you doing? Da 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 da. And I go about my day. So we talk. In the office, we talk, we have conversations. So because of that reason, that's the reason why we're talking. But why we're talking to Creole? Because it's about sex. Because we're talking to office, and sometimes the conversation be about sex, and it's only 3 women and 1 guy. I don't want to talk about it in English because it may arouse or may give the boss the wrong idea. So for that reason, we were speaking in Creole. And that's why we always speak in Creole, because we're always talking about fucking sex. Because we're bitches that like fucking dick. Well, of course I like dick. But I'm not fucking out there having sex, just so you know. And it just was weird. We talk about it, and we don't want that. I mean, because that's the thing is, he's the boss, and you can't say anything to the guy. You have to kind of just like be quiet about it. You know what I mean? But the thing is he it's so hard to explain. He doesn't care that we talk, but he wants it to be in Creole because he's uncomfortable because we're gonna be plotting to kill him. We like to talk in Creole because he's a man in office with 3 women, and we would be very uncomfortable to be talking about sex, and he's all of a sudden aroused and starting to sexually harass you at work. That's what it's about. And you can't say anything about it because, what are you gonna say? But when I said that comment and I left, if he was like pretty cool, like, oh, whatever, he would have been like, all right, bye. But he literally just didn't say anything to me. He was like, I was like, okay, well, bye to the other girl. And I went about my day. And it was awkward. Oh, God. Tomorrow's that day at work. And I'm like so scared he's going to say something about it. Just be like, so, what was that comment yesterday? Like, what comment? So you got to know how to act. You already know the moves. You already know all the vibes of what's going to happen. You're going to go in tomorrow. He's going to say, hey, you and what's his face be talking in here, and you can't be fucking speaking another language. And I'm saying, okay, no problem, bitch. I'll start talking about all types of shit. Yeah, girl, we had sex on the fucking park bench. On the park bench? Yeah, bitch, girl. And I was looking at that nigga dick and all, bitch. Motherfucking Mary Sue and goddamn John passed by, and they was like, bitch, can we join? Bitch, next thing we on a motherfucking park bench having a foursome, bitch. It was nasty. I'll just be saying some crazy shit like that just because, bitch. Why the fuck you want to hear our fucking conversation? I'm just saying. We could be talking about that. It could happen. And the fact that the guy just wants to hear our fucking conversation. You don't know. I could be talking about him. And that's the thing. Because, bitch, we do be talking about him. Sometimes we do. If I want to say something, what if I say, you know what? I want to fucking, I want to see what size Paul's dick is. What if I wanted to say that? I wonder what size his dick is. You think it's small? Yeah, I think it's small. When I fucking walk, I can see the small print, girl. Have you ever looked? Do you think he's a grower or a shower? That's things that we could possibly be talking about. But we can't talk about that in fucking English because you're going to be like, what are you bitches talking about? Are we talking about your dick size? Oh, well, let me come out here and show you bitches what it's looking like. So for that reason, we talk about it in Creole, and we don't have no awkward situation like that. You're at work. What are you gonna do? Isn't that office culture? Literally, in offices, I hear people talk all the time. We're not talking about politics. We're talking about dick and fucking. It was just very weird. It was just such a weird. Like I am just like dreading. Kind of like going to work tomorrow because then he's gonna be like, so you bitches can't be speaking no motherfucking other language in this motherfucking office, which is fine. I'll say yeah, no problem. But then it's the comment that I said. It's not even the comment. It's what I said that made him feel like I don't want to fucking tell you bye. I know it's every little thing. It's the bad part about being me. I'm so attentive to detail. That's how I knew, like, sometimes, kind of gives me real game stalker vibes, but I play the game. Hey, how you doing? Whatever. But like tomorrow I'm gonna walk in there and I'm gonna just say hi. I'm gonna go on like fucking regular business, but try not to say anything to him at all. Just say hi and go to my desk and hide away and hope that he forgets the fucking conversation. But what if he's at home right now having the same conversation with his fucking girlfriend? Say, these two black bitches at my motherfucking job, they be talking Creole and talking shit about me, talking about stabbing me. And then today, them bitches talking Creole, and when I confronted them, this fucking bitch starts talking about sucking dick. Like, bitch, you not talking about no sucking dick. Bitch, you talking shit about me. I'm just thinking, like, what if he's talking about it with his girl? So if he's talking about it with his girl, he's not going to just be like, well, I'm just going to go to work and just deal with this fucking bitch talking about sucking dick all day at work. Or he's going to confront me. He's going to say, hey, you can't be talking about talking no Creole in here. Okay, no problem. But what about the sucking the dick, bitch? Do you do it for the low? Hold on there, dude. I'm just thinking of the scenarios. I mean, hopefully he doesn't, hopefully something bad happened on his way to work. Like he got in a car accident. I know that's so bad to think about. But if he got in a car accident, he wouldn't remember anything, Even if he got in a car accident, if he didn't get a car accident, hopefully tomorrow morning. Because he's not going to think about it. He's not going to be like, he's going to be having such a fucking bad day that he'll only be thinking about, oh my God, like, my insurance premium is going to go up because I got this fucking fender bender, That's all he's going to be thinking about. Calling, versus, fuck, man. I got to talk to this fucking bitch about talking about sucking dick in my office, I just don't know. But I'm just really, I don't know. Maybe not a fucking car accident. Like, a lot of bad things can happen, but I don't want to name all of those bad things because words are spells, But I'm not casting no spells or nothing like that. But I don't know. Every time I say any little thing, it fucking comes true. Just so you know. That's how manifestations work. And just this comment about the car accident could manifest a car accident. The car accident probably already happened. Shit. Now the guy's at home talking about the fucking car accident. So that'll make double, triple the chances of him talking about whatever happened, Because I'm pretty sure the conversation might come up. Because, like, from the first day I've got there, he's always been super, duper fucking nice. Like, nice. And today I'm like, all right, bye. And he's like, I'm like, oh, no. I'm in trouble. But we will see what happens tomorrow, child. Because I'm going to go in there and I'm going to just be nice. Hey, how you doing? How's your day? Hopefully, I know saying how was your day is a really bad idea because then that's going to introduce a conversation. So I'm just going to be normal. Just like, hey, good morning. Good morning. That's it. Stay at my desk. Maybe use the microwave. But don't never stop by the office. Bitch, you got to do everything on my own. Don't ask no fucking questions for the whole fucking day. So there's never a chance for that conversation to come up. But if it does come up, I got to have things that I'm going to say. Like I said, don't speak Creole no more. Sure, no problem. Sorry about that. Won't happen again. Okay, that's fine. But don't speak Creole no more. Okay, no problem. Nope. That's cool. But listen, while we're on the subject, you really do something for the... I'm just saying, it could go that way. Or it could go, well, while we're on the subject, I would appreciate if you guys don't talk about that kind of stuff in the office anymore. Sucking dick. And if it goes that route, it's like, fuck, the only thing we talk about is dick. We talk about dick all the fucking time, bro. We do. And it's just, now what we're going to talk about. Shit, it's probably going to be like, don't even talk. Maybe about kids, but I don't really talk about my kids. So I'm just thinking, what's going to happen tomorrow? Because literally, those are all the only scenarios. But this would be the worst scenario. I go to work tomorrow, and the guy says, hey, I need you to stop speaking in Creole. And I said, okay, no problem. And then he tries to further the conversation. Do you know why I don't want you guys speaking in Creole? Because you guys could be talking about killing me. I told you that. And then I say, well, we weren't ever talking about that. We were talking about having sex. We talk about sex and dick and all this kind of stuff a lot. So that's why we try to spare you having to hear this kind of stuff. Well, I actually like it. and I want to see what that mouth do. Like I'll be like, that's the worst case scenario. Literally, that's the worst case scenario because like, it's one thing for the guy that you're renting a property from to park your fucking RV to give you that fucking proposition. It's a whole nother ball game when your boss talks to you like that. I don't know. It just would be so awkward because like it's not like talking about sex. It's like, so you guys talking about sucking dick. What's up? What you gonna do? It's like full on, so like that's literally like the worst that could happen. Well, it could be way worse things than that. My mind is like an endless imagination of possibilities. Like, what if the guy rapes me? I'm just saying that's the worst. That's the worst, where you just like fucking at work and the guy's like, so you like talking about sucking dick, huh? And I'm like, no, not really. Yeah, you do. Come here, bitch. Turn around and just fucking rapes me on my desk. It's like, all right, wash up and come back and take these fucking calls because, bitch, you need a job. And it's a bad economy, and I know you're fucking targeted. And if you call the fucking police, this is my cousin and my fucking brother that goes to the fucking lodge with me, bitch. And you can't do shit because I know you're a targeted individual. And I'm just gonna be like, oh my god, Like that is the worst. That is the worst that could possibly happen. And like I said, I try not to speak about certain things because it's almost like you know. I'll tell you why. Since we're on the subject, the reason why is because I know the truth about the way that the Matrix works. These people who are gang stalking us, they're not really God. They're just motherfuckers who are nosy and just know how to fucking look through your camera and listen in on your fucking shit. That's how they know a lot of things. They know your fears. Why does your worst fears come true? Because you speak those worst fears out loud. It's not like you're just keeping them in your head. You spoke to someone on the phone and they heard you say it. You may have said it out loud in the conversation by yourself where you thought you were by yourself, but they were listening on your mic. And here I am just speaking to you, YouTube, telling you about this crazy situation that happened today and possible outcomes of the situation. And these people are watching. We all know those people are watching. And everything is just like a fucking video game to these people. Yesterday, like a few days ago, I was just saying, because I know they're listening to me. I know it. I don't just fucking be around here like, oh, these people are gang stalking me. Like literally the same way that I'm looking at you right now, even when I'm not recording, this is the way that these people are looking at me all the time. These people that gang stalk me. So because of that reason, I could like just talk out loud. Even when I'm in traffic and they cut me off, I'm like, you fucking stupid bitches. Because I know that they're listening. They're all listening to me in real time. Because that's how this program works. They're always spying on your fucking camera and phone and microphone. I was talking to them because I addressed them because I know I'm not just, alone. I know they're listening on my mic and watching me through my camera. So I say, that I need to hurry up and work my ass off because, I feel like this guy that I'm renting this fucking RV yard or whatever this is, this guy's place to park my RV, that he's a fucking pervert. Like he gives me pervert vibes. Like I was in a fucking RV. Dudes was like really close behind me, sniffing my fucking back of my neck and shit. Like he was like too close. And I was like, dude, I didn't say anything. But when I was talking to these stupid idiot gang stalkers, where the fuck they are, just looking through my fucking camera, I said, you know what? Like I need to hurry up and get, some money so I could get my RV out of there because I've been celibate for this many months. It's almost a year. And I don't want to have to fucking give up no pussy or have sex with anybody because I don't want to. Like, you know what I mean? They're gang stalkers. And like I was talking out loud because I know they're listening. And then everything that I said they made happen because that's what they could do. Everyone's a gang stalker. And what I said I didn't want, I didn't want to have sex with the guy. I didn't want anything sexual. I just want to keep it like a business kind of thing. I'm renting the place from you, and that's it. But they heard me on the camera. Like I said, I was looking for a battery, and I was looking at Walmart because it's cheaper for RVs. And the guy says, "Hey, your batteries are dead, but you can't just go out there buying no RV battery like a cheap one that you could get on Walmart. You got to get something more expensive." So that kind of like let me know, okay, not only are you spying on me in my camera, but bitch, you really, really listening to my conversations, even watching my searches that I search on work, because my work computer must be targeted too, because I didn't use my phone to look for the Walmart battery. I used my work computer only, and they knew that I was on Walmart.com searching for fucking RV batteries, and they told this guy who I did not have a conversation about this while I was searching. Okay, no problem. Then they say, listen, she don't really got the money to fucking get the battery because this bitch motherfucking account, we know how much she got in her account because we be watching this whole check her shit. So she don't got the money. So tell her if she fucking, does a sexual favor for you, you're gonna buy it. And you help her with everything else, but she gonna have sex with you. The guy calls me with this proposition. And they knew I was in a tough spot. You see? All they do is predictive. It's predictive programming. But it's, they try to make it seem like they're God, but they're not God. They're pieces of shit. But the whole point is, if they could do something like that and put me in such an uncomfortable situation, they didn't put me in a situation because they were like, we're bored. They wanted to make me suffer, I know she hates us gang stalkers. I could tell she doesn't like us. So this guy, and she doesn't want to have sex with the guy. She's unattracted to this guy. She doesn't want to have sex with any guys. So what we're going to do, we're going to make fun of her fucking son. And then we're going to fucking make him proposition her. And then we're going to fucking make her fucking suck his dick. And we're going to be watching in the fucking camera the whole time. So if they could do something like that, just from listening to me and watching me on my phone, that's in my private, in my hand right now, then can't they be watching right now? And then I go into work tomorrow and they say, rape her. Because we do own the police. And we do know everybody. And when she reports it, no one's going to believe her and they're going to call her crazy and lock her up in a mental asylum again anyway. So, rape her. And they rape me, and, this situation where you got to find another job, and they could do this at every single job that I go to, or you could stay here and swallow it because you need the money. And you have to stand up for yourself and fight back. If they literally, this whole situation that happened yesterday was like one of the worst things that, it's not the worst thing that happened to me, but it's like, it's the way that everything happened. Like, knowing that this guy's a gang stalker, didn't have to be proposition like this. After I said, when no one was around and only my phone was with me, these people have so much ties to everything that they could just send this guy a message and say, hey, do this. They probably even have to send him a message. Hell, they probably use voice of fucking skull technology. But it's just like, when you are a targeted individual, you got to think about every fucking thing. You can't just be, like I said, every fucking move is a chess. Everything you do is a chess move. You can't just be moving out here. And, me and the girl, we do like talking about sex because we just like shooting the shit at work sometimes. And the truth is, we chose to speak another language because we don't want to be uncomfortable with this guy. And this situation arose. I'm talking about it, just expressing myself on YouTube. And these people have the fucking, I have means to manifest. I know that. I could fucking say something's gonna happen and it happens and no one's gonna ever know it's me other than seeing my video, and even then no one really believes me anyway. They're like, I bet you say you manifest shit, you're crazy. Whatever. But these people they're not manifesting, they control everything. They have money. They have big fucking money. I mean, big money. And they own this guy, I know it. And they can say, listen, we're gonna give you this and give you that, and just gotta do this. And then, it's like, you don't they don't read your mind, but because they're always here, you feel like you have no privacy, you know, you're gang stalked. You're fucking gang stalked. And I don't even talk to anyone at all, really. And I'm in my vehicle. I live in my vehicle by myself, and I just like sometimes, when you by yourself, you like talking to yourself. I like to, cause bitch, I'm clever. I be like, bitch, you crazy. When I be making fun of these gang stalkers, I'm like, bitch, you is crazy, girl. What's wrong with you? You know, and you can't even do that when you're alone because your phone is always with you. Your phone is always on, and you know that these people are always listening in on you and always watching everything you do, and they literally just, you know, did what they did with this fucking guy from yesterday, and then like this whole situation happened today. I'm just like trying to figure out the move, because that's what you do in the art of war. You got to figure out your enemy's move. You know what I mean? You got to know all the possible moves they're gonna do, and when they have all those possible moves, you got to have a move to counteract their move, because you're thinking in advance, not thinking, oh well, what if he brings it up tomorrow? But you're thinking like 4 steps ahead. What if he brings it up tomorrow? What if he says, you guys have to speak in English? What if he says, you guys, can't talk about sex? What if this nigga actually fucking propositions me for sex? You think of the 4 fucking things that could possibly happen, and then for each one you find a fucking solution. You gotta be like fucking 4 steps ahead of the game with this fucking gang stalking shit, because this fucking thing from yesterday, I didn't think this guy was gonna do this. And if I did, then I would have fucking did the same thing I'm doing now. But now that I know these bitches get down like that, bitch, I'm finna be ready for tomorrow. Okay? Be ready. But yeah, that's what happened today. It was pretty weird. It's weird. I'm just like, then I'm talking about it and then realizing that fucking stupid people always do fucked up shit. They always do shit that I could talk about it. I'm just like, this would be fucked up. And they're like, oh, it would be, huh? Let's do it. Because, bitch, you don't like us and we don't like you either. So we're just going to make your life miserable since you're putting curses on us and making us miserable. And I'm just like, fuck. That's the only thing they could do. The only thing they could do is physical shit. But it's like, in a situation like they did put me in yesterday, now I got to be fucking 10 steps ahead of them now. Before I used to be like, 1 step, but now I'm 10, bitch. I plan out every fucking scenario in my head and have a response to everything now, because after what happened yesterday, I know tomorrow's gonna be something. So we'll see which option it is to be continued. Do. Anyways, thank you for listening to my crazy work story. Have a good day.